Hey guys, so after several weeks with rumors about the state of play happening on Valentine's week, it's been finally confirmed. Sony said that the event will be happening tomorrow, so let's take a look at some of the rumors and speculation that is being going around online and try to predict what games will be there. Now, what they said is that the event will cover news and updates on great games coming to PS5, and it will run for 40 minutes or 40 plus minutes. So it's on the longer end of a state of plays, and I think it's very similar to what they do like around Summer Game Fest time, where they usually do a 40-minute presentation. Now there's a chance that it would be amazing based on that. Like it would have like a lot of content. They have also done like 2-hour showcases that haven't been like that exciting, so we'll see. Let's check into some of the rumors and speculation, but let's start first with some of their own PlayStation studios, starting with Team Asobi. So we had a bunch of Astrobot DLCs being released, and the last one was the Christmas DLC that was revealed at the or was released around the Game Awards time. But after that, there was another Astrobot level that was shown at a PlayStation tournament final. So we should be getting another level or a new set of levels or speedrun levels. I'm not sure which one they are gonna release, but I think it's gonna be here. I think they have the time to show more DLC, and they will do it. So we are gonna get some DLC extra levels and also some extra bots to rescue, because I think there's some companies that were named in the credits that still haven't received like bots or have no presence in the game so far. So I guess there's going to be a chance for Astrobot DLC to be here. Then we move to Soccer Punch, and that's Ghost of Yotei. I'm gonna say that it's unlikely that they show Ghost of Yotei this early. I think that's more like a Summer Game Fest reveal, kind of like what they did with Spider-Man 2 a couple of years ago. They show it at their own state of play around May or June, and then maybe show a little bit later with Geoff Keighley in the Summer Game Fest event. So yeah, nothing from Ghost of Yotei is what I'm gonna go here. Then we have Insomniac. They have Wolverine, and they have been Wolverine has been rumored to be a 2025 game for a long time, but we still don't have a confirmation about that. The last time I think they didn't show. They only showed like the teaser. It wasn't like it didn't have a release window. I think it would be an interesting time to like re-reveal the game, like show a new trailer for that, and maybe with some bits of gameplay, which we have only seen through the leaks that were from the Insomniac hack. Because they like it. I think it was revealed in 2021, right? So it's been a few years already. I think they could show it here, even if it comes out on like in 2026. If it comes out 2025, like they could show it and like start to fill up the calendar of PlayStation releases for the end of the year. But even if it comes early 2026, they could show it here, and it would be like 12 months away from release. So I think they have a good chance of showing it here, but I'm gonna go with 50-50. I'm not completely sure that they're gonna show Wolverine here. Moving to another studio, we have Firesprite. They have been rumored to be working on a horror game, and those rumors kind of like indicate that it could be an Until Dawn 2. So they recently released an Until Dawn remake. Like Sony released an Until Dawn remake that was done by Ballistic Moon, I believe. And then they also have the Until Dawn movie, which I'm not sure how that's gonna go, but they are pushing Until Dawn. So I guess they have the chance to show Until Dawn here too. Maybe that would be fit for like an October release if they get to release that. I think the first Until Dawn came out in October. Yeah, I think a lot of people would be looking forward to an Until Dawn sequel, and I think the remake also hinted that the sequel was happening. There were some like kind of spoilery things that people discovered, that it's kind of like hinting at a future of that world of that or that series. So we are gonna get likely something on Until Dawn 2. I'm gonna go with we're gonna get. I'm kind of like more sure that we may get Until Dawn rather than Wolverine. So I'm gonna go a little bit higher. I'm gonna say 70% chances of Until Dawn being here. Moving on, we have Naughty Dog. I think the best that we could get from Naughty Dog is something on The Last of Us Part 2 or going to PC. We already got the confirmation. They showed like a couple of trailers. I think we also have the release date. I think it's in April. Maybe they could announce something like a bundle, a collection that's gonna be on stores with both the part 1 and part 2 compilation or something like that. Although I don't know if like they would like waste a couple of minutes on that. That sounds more like an announcement for the blog rather than a full state of play or event. But yeah, I think that's the best that we could get from Naughty Dog, because I don't think we're gonna get anything on Intergalactic for a long while, until like maybe next year, if anything. So yeah, I don't think we get that. I don't think we get much from Naughty Dog on tomorrow's State of Play. Then we have Sony Bend, and this may not be exactly from Sony Bend. I'm not sure who is gonna be the developer that they have for this, but last year in October there were like multiple rumors that they were working on the Horizon Zero Dawn remaster and also the Days Gone remaster. We already got the Horizon Zero Dawn, and I think it's very likely that we're gonna get the Days Gone remaster here. So yeah, I'm gonna go with 100%. Like the remaster that should piss some people or some of the fans, because Sony declined the idea for a sequel, and they put Sony Band to work on a live service, and they canceled all of that. And who knows what Sony Band's gonna do, but I think we're gonna get the Days Gone remastered. I hope that is similar to Horizon Zero Dawn, where if you have the PS4 version, you can upgrade for $10. I would like to like maybe replay through the game with like better performance overall. So yeah, I would be very happy with the Days Gone remaster. All right, so next we have Haven. They have Fair Games, and I don't think they're gonna show Fair Games here, and more on that on another rumor of a live service. I think that the focus is not going to be on this live service. I think they are gonna like evaluate all of these projects after the whole thing that happened with Concord. So I think if we see Fair Games this year, it's probably gonna be later, likely during the April-May State of Play, May or June State of Play. So yeah, I think they're gonna have people waiting a little bit more on Fair Games. Yeah, they have to make sure that they don't repeat the same mistakes that they did with Concord, so we'll see about that. Next, Santa Monica. They have been rumored to be working on a new IP, and also God of War, which may like return to either Egypt. There was this rumor from Daniel RPK that they are hiring actors for like something like that. But there was also another rumor from Tom Henderson that they may be working on bringing Kratos back to Greece. And there have been like a ton of rumors regarding Kratos going back to Greece with like a remake. I think Santa Monica has been tied to a remake like several times. And there was also Bluepoint tied to like remakes from Bloodborne, from God of War, and they were working on a God of War live service that was cancelled. I think the remake will happen at some point. I'm not sure I don't think it's gonna be here. I don't think we're gonna see anything from Santa Monica, but I think that we are gonna be we're gonna be getting the remake at some point, and maybe while they work on whatever's next for the series, if they go to Egypt, they go back and remake like either the original or like I don't know if they will remake the whole trilogy. But I think at least the first one it's gonna happen at some point. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not gonna get anything God of War related at the State of Play, because I think we are gonna be getting news about either the remasters. I think they find a way to bring the remasters here, or it's gonna be something related to PlayStation Plus. We have implicit conversions that they have been doing multiple ports for the new emulator and all of that. They did the whole Sly trilogy, I believe, last year. So I think they could bring God of War with that, and it would have all of the features from the emulator, like the improved resolutions, all of the like rewind and save states and all of that. I think we're gonna get something on the remasters for God of War, the original games. So yeah, I think that's gonna be something that we will learn here, because the State of Play also takes place on the day that they usually announce the PlayStation Plus games. And the last time that they did that, we got the announcement of I think there was The Last of Us Part 1 at one point, and we also got another announcement that we were getting the some of the Legacy of Kain games. So yeah, I think we are gonna get a PlayStation Plus announcement, and one of the maybe that one of the announcements has to do with either the remasters or new ports for the classic series. There's and speaking of remasters, there's been these rumors for a long time about Bloodborne 10, like something for the Bloodborne 10th anniversary. If they're gonna remaster the game, if they're gonna bring it to PC, if they're gonna release a remake or something. I don't think we get anything from Bloodborne. So yeah, I think they are not gonna do anything for the 10th anniversary. Maybe highlight some of the some fan art or something like that. Like anniversaries are weird because sometimes they celebrate like with big announcements, and sometimes you just get like some highlights for the franchise and that's it. So yeah, I'm gonna go with nothing regarding Bloodborne. So let's move to some some other studios. We also have Marathon from Bungie, and there's this website called Destiny Bulletin that they could be showing Marathon. I think that Marathon was first scheduled to release in 2025, and then it was I think there were news that it was delayed, but they have not acknowledged that it's coming 2025. But maybe this is the one that they focus like, at least in the terms of live service, this is the one that they probably show here. Even if it comes out like early 2026, I think they could start showing that here. Death Stranding 2, we had Kojima show a lot of Death Stranding 2 last year in the January State of Play. It was like a 7-minute trailer and all of like something like that. I'm split on. I do want to get some Death Stranding news here, and I would be very happy. It's one of my, Death Stranding is one of my favorite games. And I think we either don't get anything, because they also announced that they will have a panel for Death Stranding 2 on the beach at South by Southwest on March 9. So I think we either get a short trailer and they tell us wait for more news on March 9, or they just like don't show anything about Death Stranding, and we already know that we're gonna get more news on March 9. So I think it could, like, I'm gonna go with we are gonna probably get a shorter trailer, and then they're gonna say look out for more information on March 9. We had the the recent rumors that it was rated at this by the South Korean ratings board, and whenever Sony has had a game rated there, like it comes out in like 3 or 5 months, so we could have a Death Stranding release like around July, August. I think even like early September would be a great release date for Death Stranding. So maybe we get a shorter trailer and they give us like a release date there, or maybe they just don't say anything and well, we are gonna get all that information on March 9th. I think they're gonna go with the first option. I think they're gonna show a short trailer and then they are gonna say, well, stay tuned for more information on Death Stranding next month. So yeah. There's also another rumor that came out recently from Insider Gaming. In their podcast, they were talking about that there will be a new studio game reveal, and it appears that the studio was at Gamescom last year. So it's not a lot to go on, but we'll see what they mean if we get anything about that. Before moving on, there's also Lost Souls Aside. I think the account for the game also retweeted the state of play. So Lost Souls Aside is this game that looks like kind of Final Fantasy with Devil May Cry, something like that. And it's part of the China Hero project. So it was scheduled for 2025 and Sony got the rights to publish the game. So I think it's definitely that's gonna be here. It's a lock that we're gonna get the release date for Lost Souls Aside. Another similar project is, it seems like the ex-dev team at Sony and also People Can Fly were working on some game that was leaked in 2022, I believe. That people were saying that it was like an ooze game, and it has been rumors that could be here and that could be finally revealed in this state of play. I'm not 100% sure, but it could, like, it's a chance of this to be here. What else? There were some indie games that have been shown in previous state of plays. Little Devil Inside, I think it was first revealed like in 2021 or 2020, and they went through they are kind of like rebuilding the game and something like that. I don't think we're gonna get anything on Little Devil Inside, but there was another game that is like, it's called Baby Steps, where like you are using like the sticks to control a man that like you have to make him like go down like a hill or something like that. I think there's a chance we could get some of that. If anything, I don't think we're gonna get anything about Little Devil Inside. Another game that was got a big leak recently is Heli Sauce. That game is kind of like, it looked very like Death Stranding-esque when they revealed it at the last state of play. But it's this sort of like Souls-like that has it's very reminiscent to Death Stranding, like the whole imagery and all of that. So that was leaked by the Xbox store, and it's coming on September 4. And after that, the user PlayStation Game Sites on Twitter also listed that Heli Sauce is getting a September 4 release date, that he managed to pull that from the PSN backend. So Heli Sauce is for sure gonna appear at the state of play. Then we had another leak that happened last week, was the Metal Gear Solid Delta. So they updated the PlayStation Store with the August release, and also like a new trailer that revealed at the end that we're gonna get the Snake versus Monkey mode again. After that, it's funny because like neither PlayStation or Konami have confirmed the release date. They made as if this leak never happened. So we're gonna definitely get that, and well, we already know that it's coming in August, and maybe they talk a little bit more about the Snake versus Monkey mode, if they are expanding that a little bit or what other features it has. So yeah, August for Metal Gear Solid Delta, and a log for the state of play. There was someone from Team Sonic, a producer, that also tweeted kind of like hinting at the state of play, and so that has people thinking that there could be something regarding Sonic here, and it could be more regarding Sonic Cross Worlds, which is the racing game that they revealed at the Game Awards, or maybe it's something like another remaster for a previous game, like kind of like what they did with Sonic Cross Shadow Generations last year, which has been selling well. So we're gonna be getting something Sonic, and it seems like we're also gonna be getting something related to Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. So that was teased by the localization admin for the game, and it seems like the game comes out in April, and since Sony also has like the Evo and all of that, maybe they will show something regarding Fatal Fury as well. Now, one of the big questions is if we're gonna get something from Xbox here. We know that Indiana Jones is coming on, I think, spring for PS5. There's also been a lot of rumors, and we got the announcements for Forza Horizon and also for the Age of Mythology games. So I think there could be, we could have something regarding Indiana Jones. We have had Bethesda announcements at other state of plays, even if like Xbox is the one like announcing these games on their own events, or even like the developers announcing them on their Twitter accounts. So I think there's a chance for something Indiana Jones. Now, there were some tweets from Jess Gordon and Nate the Hate that Hellblade 2 is coming very, very soon for PS5. So maybe it's something that they could also show here, and maybe it does a shadow drop. I don't know if it does like a shadow drop, or they just like announce the project and it's coming out next month. What Tom Warren from The Verge said is that it seems like April, or it's gonna be a very busy month for PS5 users if you are looking forward to Xbox stuff or Bethesda games, and that's likely when we're gonna get. I think that's the month where we're gonna get Forza. I don't remember if they said the release date, but yeah, we're gonna get likely in April Forza, Indiana Jones, maybe Hellblade as well. So we'll see. I don't think we're gonna get anything from like the big rumors from Xbox that Halo and Gears could be going to PlayStation and Switch at some point soon. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be focused toward those games. I think it's gonna be more, well, Hellblade is still something from Xbox Game Studios, but I think something like that, or maybe Bethesda, it's not that strange for it to be on the state of play. But yeah, I think Halo and Gears is probably a step too far, and that's gonna be announced at an Xbox event at some point. Something else, they usually have stuff from 2K on the state of plays. They had Tiny Tina's Wonderlands a couple of years ago. So I think there could be something. They also showed, I think, Judas at a recent state of play, like either last year or 2 years ago. Judas, which is the new game from Ken Levine that is kind of like BioShock, but it has roguelike elements to it. They also have Borderlands 4, they have Mafia, so I think any of those three games could be at the state of play. Now the big one, Grand Theft Auto 6, that's not gonna be here. Obviously, we are not gonna get anything Grand Theft Auto related, because that's something that Take-Two and Rockstar can announce on their own. So yeah, I think we could get one of them, either Judas, Borderlands, or Mafia. I think maybe Judas, and we could be getting a release date. I think it's a 2025 game, so I'm gonna say that Judas probably, and maybe they save the Borderlands 4 announcement for later this, maybe on June or something like that. Same with Mafia. And yeah, we'll see whenever they announce something regarding GTA 6. Another rumor that we have had recently is being Resident Evil 9. I think it's a lock that is gonna be announced this year, but I don't think it's gonna be at this state of play. I think that the Resident Evil announcement is something like they have done it in the past for they have done it for 4, and I think also for Resident Evil 2 was announced at one of their E3 press conferences, and Resident Evil 4 was announced at their May state of play. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna get anything related to Resident Evil 9. We got the Monster Hunter Wilds showcase last week, and maybe they show a new trailer or like something additional that PlayStation users are getting with the game. Maybe if they have some sort, they have the marketing deal, so maybe they have something for Monster Hunter. Now there's been a rumor that the ESRB has rated Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6 recently, and they have been rated for Xbox, but they are likely coming to PS5. I think that could be announced here. Maybe they announce something related to those games, if it's a collection or something, and what kind of upgrades they are adding to these new versions of the game. But yeah, I think something like that is fit for this state of play, but not so much for a Resident Evil 9. I think we're gonna have to wait a little bit more, but it's definitely gonna be something that we're gonna hear, we're gonna finally see this year, I believe. And before I was gonna record this video, there was another rumor, like from a reliable user at the A9BG forums, that is saying that we're gonna get something Parasite Eve from Square Enix, if it's a remaster or a remake or something related. I'm not too sure. It seems like it's a reliable leaker, but I'm not too sure if we're gonna get something like that. It seems like too wild. Maybe something like the PlayStation Plus releases, when like maybe we get something like a re-release that is gonna be on the new emulator for like the original games. I could see something like that, but I don't know. I don't think anything like a remake or something like that from Square Enix. I'm not sure what we could be getting from Square Enix here, but yeah, I think these are my predictions on what could be announced at the state of play this week. But let me know what you guys think about them, and if you agree with some of these predictions, and what are your own predictions for tomorrow's show. I'm gonna be doing a reaction, so make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you get a notification when I go live. And with that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.